THOR reacts to Love Bites. First of all, guys, I want to say sorry. I feel it's been just fewer videos this last 2 weeks, especially music stuff, because it's just been a lot of it work, right? We have Christmas coming. Leave a comment below how your Christmas is going. But you know how it is, right? In the coming weeks to Christmas, I'm not like stressed out or anything in that. But it's like every project, right? At work, all the different plans on traveling, everything has to be done right. And I have 2 weeks of a special thing going at work in December. All the stuff, right? They also have the family and this thing, and you know how it is. So this whole week has been, I've been at a conference this week. A conference where I live though, but it still has, I had much longer days, you know what I mean? Like, if you go to a typical conference, right, the days tend to be, 8-9 hours at least, right? It's a distance place, longer commute, all the stuff, right? So suddenly I have 2-3 hours less every day, right, the whole week. So I've been a little fed up. But after Christmas, guys, after Christmas Day, right, I'm gonna make way more videos, right? Then I have vacation, I'm gonna spam videos, it's gonna be too many videos. But anyway, today then, I wanna do Soul Defender. And I know people, oh no, it's not alive. Yeah, but the thing is that, I've been doing a lot of live videos, I feel, for the last 4, 5, 6 times in a row now with Love Bites and other bands too. So I think it's time to do another, because I feel, you see when I've watched music videos, right? You wanna look at the direction, the storytelling, if it's better, right? So there are 2 different mediums, right? As I always say, I love doing anime music videos, right? Anime openings, and a band music video is more close to that, I have to admit. As a side note, guys, I just have to say I really love this figure. Okay, super nerdy, whatever. But, leave a comment below if you also like Frieren, right? I think Frieren has, like, one of the greatest stories of all time, right? Amazing anime, and I have to buy this figure. I got it yesterday. It's, I have, like, 200-300 figures, right? This is, like, immediately my favorite. Like, it's just so good. Yeah, leave a comment below if you also like Frieren. I mean, I saw some comments, right, on one of my gaming videos, which I really enjoy, guys. I also that I like pop culture in general, so I was really happy seeing that some of my subscribers from my Love Bites and bandmates and so on, right, are coming in now, honestly, and like leaving comments on my gaming and anime stuff, saying that, oh, this is a great take on this game, whatever. Right? Honestly, that makes me really happy, because I'm like, I don't want to just be like this or that, right? I'm not that kind of, as probably seen, I'm not that kind of YouTuber. There's just one thing, you know what I mean? I just talk about any pop culture that I like, right? So it's really fun seeing some people can, like, be interested and connect and enjoy several different kind of mediums that I do, or whatever, I don't know. But anyway, let's get to the music video. Brimstone and Fire, clearly, yes. Do the classic annoying pause, but I feel this pause is better before it started. Yeah, I liked it. It looks cool immediately. It's like some kind of knight, right? It's a sword there, ready to fight. It's definitely fits in with some other Love Bites music videos, right? They have a lot of like warrior kind of feel to it, right? I would say, yeah, it's a lot about battling, right? Yeah, immediately, like I said, right, it feels like a very good battle song. Massive battle song, it's also in Midori there. Perfectly possible Midori, but she kind of melts into the background. But, yeah, like this feels like a very hardcore, battle music, right? I was thinking immediately, it's like, here's some horse running in there, and then the lyric is like, get off your horse. I was like, okay, yeah, okay, so it's very direct and happening here. But yeah, like a crisis, it's justice, right? So this feels like a very much like, yeah, we're in a war now, man. This is the like classic medieval wartime. It also reminds me a bit of anime. They have this meme going on, right? That's also running, right? look at so many animals, it's also running. So for example, top of my head, Butta, okay? Butta Senpai, right? He's running, you know? Like this fish has even like horse riding, yeah, it's almost like running or riding in openings, man. This is a thing, man. And standing on clicks, of course, standing on. Yeah, I get it now. It's like obvious now, right? The lyrics goes like, you are defender, you're gonna defend your place, you know, you're gonna stand upright. And then it's like, oh yeah, hit me now, I'm sorry, hit me now. It's like, oh yeah, of course. The song is called Soul Defender, yeah, of course. Like, it makes perfect sense. Like, I just forgot about it, like, oh yeah, of course, now it's like, oh yeah, obviously, it's so obvious. It's so obvious, right? It's so obvious. But this though, to me, right, is my favorite, one of my favorite, you know, Japanese expression, right? Mada Mada, right? This song really screams, you know, Mada Mada, Mada Mada, which like is always thing, right? When the hero is about to lose, right? But it steps up again, and they start playing that, you know, turn around song, right? Like, no. When the hero steps up, it's like Mada Mada, you know, it's very, very iconic, right, in Japanese storytelling. It's, I mean, seriously, it's an incredible, like, common trope, right, in Japanese storytelling. And it's just like how the hero, because it is in all of them, right? It's in video games, right? Manga, anime, movies, right? TV shows, yeah. It's almost like overcoming that adversary, right? You know, screaming Mada Mada a bit. So yeah, super Japanese. This song feels very, very Japanese. But I think it's a culture thing too, right? You know, because Japanese culture is a lot about like, you know, fighting, being, you know, responsible, taking possibility, you know, it comes, yeah, Spider-Man's saying is very Japanese culture, I feel, overall, right? That was nice. That was nice. They need to have the duel, right? It wouldn't be much of a Love Bites music performance if you didn't get the duel between Miyako and Midori. Of course, the girl Ori fighting, you know, very, very important. But I like that. It's like they made them turn into fire, right? Yeah. It was a very fearsome battle. That being said, though, so maybe I'm overthinking it slightly, perhaps, right? But you know, I keep saying the whole red and blue Uni, right? So if it was me, if I directed this thing, I will have, you know, Midori here, right, in the red, as she looks now, right? With the fiery Midori. And I probably will give Miyako, you know, like a blue or teen or something. Or another color. Maybe I was going to Midori green because her name is green. But maybe I'm overthinking it. I'm overcomplicating it. But I don't know. I probably would do something like that, yeah. I had like a meeting today for like 2 hours. Or early, right? I was coaching this, like, we have this, like, you know, out of, like, PhD student, you know, like, they're, you know, doing their thesis, right, at the place. And I was coaching her, and he's like, actual color stuff. Yeah, I was discussing her with like, oh, this is Japanese culture, and so on. How what different, you know, symbolism tells you and so on. So I was like, oh, you shouldn't make your stuff that thing because people don't understand the thing, and you should have this color because it's gonna be hard to understand. So you shouldn't write this thesis, yeah. So, damn, like, everything is work related. I'm a broken man. I'm an old broken man that tries life. I need vacation, man. A hero, but that's me, right? This felt like I said immediately. I mean, this really is like a massive, awesome, goosebump action, action music. Yeah, but this feels like an ultimate battle song, right? This is something I would love to see in like a game, you know, like the final boss fight. You know what I mean? This is my favorite, honestly. Live and Learn, right? So, Live and Learn, if you hear it. Oh, I will play that towards. Okay, Live and Learn is amazing. But something like that, this is a song I could see perfectly, you know, like you play this game, right? Like a Souls game, something like that, you know, some hardcore action game, right? You come to the last boss, here comes the Elden Dragon or whatever, right? Here comes the gigantic goddess monster boss, Tentacle Cthulhu monster, right? And then this song's playing, right? You're like, yes, I am the hero, you know, it feels a lot like that, right? It's a lot like the ultimate, like final boss music, yeah. Very much so. Very much like a final boss team, yeah. That's what I think of this song. Like I said earlier, it's very much this, like, you know, keep fighting, you're the hero, mada mada, right? Stand up, you know. Don't let the bad guys push you down, right? And I mean, some lyrics are covering, you know, the deceiver, the monster, right? The evil master kind of thing, right? So it's also like, don't get tricked by the bad guys or whatever, right? And, you know, overcome the evilness and so forth, right? So very much like the typical, you know, heroism. But yeah, the visuals are pretty straightforward, right? It's one of those music videos, right? When they're playing, you know, the lyrics in the text right there. It's like good for karaoke. It keeps telling you the lyrics, but yeah, I mean, it's honestly, I think it's a pretty straightforward lyrics, right? You know, they have there's fire, it's burning. I like the horse bit, but the horse is running all the time. Like I said, it's all running and all this, right? You have that going for it. Some guys pulling up the sword, right? So yeah, kind of a classic like action battle music video, right? And of course you see the different artists, the different members in different colors, and it's flashing and so on, right? So yeah, I think a pretty good music video overall. I prefer these music videos over the ones, you know, when you're standing in a studio, you know what I mean? But I would say that this lacks a little bit of a story. If I can be very frank here, I can be super negative now. No, but I mean, like, I think this could have been, like, this is pretty good, but I feel like it could have been a little more of a story, you know what I mean? Like, in the older music video they've done, right? If it's a little more like, something is happening in like the first, second, kind of, the different 3-4 different acts of a music video, right? So like in the beginning, for example, you see this knight, he puts up the sword, right? It could have been like Midori. It could have been one of the girls, but it could have been, you know, a random actor, right? Like killing the weapon, right? Putting up sword, I'm gonna go and fight now. Jumping up on the horse, and then we see the horse running, right? So if Seppi could be a little more, you know, but obviously it costs like 10 times more money to make. Obviously, I'm not saying that, but I mean, to be frank, right? It could have been a little more like storytelling of like he's gonna go over there now, right? And then maybe you see the knight fighting 3 minutes later, right? Some other knight or some monster, right? Doesn't have to be super, you know, like incredibly animated. I would say that in a similar ravine, you kind of see like, okay, something's happening over there. It might be silhouettes, and then, you know, you see kind of the knight getting in. You're like, don't give in. Oh, I have to set up, right? So it could have been a little more. That would be my one critique for this music video. It could have been a little more like a journey, right, for the character, because it is clearly some kind of knight, there are horses, it's like a war, some kind of battle, maybe a duel, right, maybe some kind of chivalry, I'm gonna go and save my wife, kind of thing, right. As a side note, I just mentioned Christmas, right. One thing that I always watch on Christmas Eve, let me show you the thing, and I won't tell me if you see this movie, because this is a very, very Swedish tradition. We always watch this movie every Christmas. Here he comes, Ivanhoe, man! You see this movie? Oh my god, this is every Christmas Sweden. You have to watch Ivanhoe. So in Sweden, this is something we always watch, okay? This is like, I'm completely kidding, guys. This movie aired, right, when Sweden only had one television channel, SVT, when it was new. And since then, they've aired it every day then, right? Every New Year's. So this movie is a Christmas classic in Sweden. I'm not kidding, guys. Ivanhoe, I love it. I mean, it was a great movie. Sam Neill's amazing, best actor, whatever. But every time, right, that I see something like we saw with Love Bites, where like a knife you can fight, I'm thinking about Ivanhoe, right? So one of the stories in the movie is that he has to save his healer. She's like, you. So they have the Christian church, of course. They're gonna burn her alive, right? Because, you know, she healed him with her, you know, evil magic, and because of, you know, obviously it's like taking this takes place in like 11:30, something like that. I think it's supposed to be. They have Robin Hood and so on. It's a little bit fictional, right? But he's in like King Richard's knights army that went to the Holy War, and then they're back now. And Prince John has, of course, taken over, you know, the England, and he's all evil, right? So it's a little bit fictional, a little bit, you know, historically based, right? But yeah, honestly, I think it's a great movie. But it's kind of funny how it's in Sweden then, because, like I said, they aired it 82, I think, the first time, and we only had one channel then, right? Then they aired it on the exact same time afterwards every year on New Year's Day then. So when I was a kid, when I was born, my mom was like, we have to watch this movie, right? This always air like the same time, same day of the year. So I see this movie like 30 times. My mom sees the movie like 50 times, you know what I mean? Yeah, she sees it like every time, and it's crazy. So Sweden has this tradition, and also, of course, Donald Duck, right, on Christmas Eve, 3 o'clock. So it's Donald Duck and like the whole Disney thing, but it's mostly Donald Duck, right, Kalle Anka. So these two, like, TV show, movie things are always, it's like super culture tradition in Sweden. So like I said, right, every time I'm imagining like a warrior, a knight thing happening, like in the music video, then I think about Ivanhoe. And it has all those tropes where he gets injured. This is the beginning of the movie. He's fighting in the chivalry, right? He gets like very injured. He's almost dying, right? He has to overcome that. He's healed by this Jewish lady. And then everyone hates her because she's like, you know, an evil magician, right? Because she could heal him with her, you know, secret healing arts. So King Richard helps Robin Hood to attack this castle, and it's a bunch of stuff, right? So a lot of that stuff is fighting, you know, prejudice, fighting racism, so on. It's a very good movie. Actually, I mean, I think it's a very good movie, honestly. So I recommend having seen it. Anyway, it's a little bit on the boss. I was say this is my favorite boss music to this day, you know, still is. This is better than Sephiroth, man. This is better one with Angel. Good mind. Oh, turn the more. Yeah. Time. Oh, this is still my favorite, guys. This is my favorite. But this is what I mean. If you haven't played this game, right, Sonic Adventure 2, it's a really good game. I think it's very much overrated. So this is what I mean, right? If you haven't played this game, it's Sonic Adventure 2, which of course is Shadow then, right? As the new antagonist, the later, of course, playable hero character in the game and so on. But this game is just like I think Sonic Adventure overall is very underrated, whatever, right? But basically, they played this amazing. Overall, the music is very good in this game. I think the music is very good in both Sonic games. Crash 40, very, very good, honestly. Very, very good music for a video game. And they played this song like Live and Learn. It's freaking epic, man. And when I was watching, this the latest Sonic movie right in theaters, and I was like, is that moment when you feel the nostalgia, right? Because I think that everyone in the theater, like me, right, we actually played the game when it was new. We kind of like, we're gonna play it. It's like, oh, believe it! Here it comes! It really was the feeling. Here goes the boss music in the movie. But that's what I feel, right, a little bit when I hear that LOVEBITES says. But actually, they're talking about boss music, but this one. But in all seriousness, right? I love video game music. I love music overall, right? I mentioned the videos that when after college, I started, making and writing my own music, right, for the games for making, of course, and also all the stuff, like the design or whatever, right, but I got really into it, and yeah, it's something that's special to me. It is boss music, right? I don't know what it is, but I said it in all the videos too. There's something special, right, with the boss fight music. This, of course, right, this is the final boss fight, right? Kefka, Mad Dancing, whatever, right? A one with Angel or so on. It's something very special. Like a really goddamn badass final boss music, right? So that's when I like wrap it up together here. So I probably will title this video like the ultimate boss music, but that's what I feel. I'm like, yeah, this is a great song, man. This is like a perfect boss battle music, right? But I meant when I explain it too, because some people, right? I think the bad guy, but I think this might take offense when I say that. Oh, this is a LOVEBITES music, and for me, it's like a really good boss music, right? Some people are like, oh, what do you mean with that? Oh no, so LOVEBITES are amazing band, right? But I'm not saying that as a negative thing, right? Obviously I'm not. But I think sometimes when I try to explain these things, right, in a way that I look at it, right, from perspective of like where would this perfect fit or whatever, right? To me, that's like, oh, but it's like the perfect, for this goal, right? It's kind of similar to even talking about some Japanese music that are very loopy, right? And in earworm. That's like example Frederick, which is an incredibly annoying song, honestly. All of his songs, right? But they're incredibly good. Yes, as like a looping ear injury, right? As a mental damage. And it's like, sometimes reviewing a song like that isn't negative. You're like, oh my god, this song is addictively loopy, right? I'm not saying that as like an insult. I'm like, oh my god, this is just really a good loop, addictive, like it's crazy, right, It's kind of funny, because people are always like, what do you mean with that? This is what I mean, okay? This is badass. This is Romantic Sega Minesto song. Oh god, it's so good, man. More to hear, man. This is music, guys. And there we go. Please subscribe. Slap and have.